December 2021. 2 more days for go for Christmas. I pray and hope say we will don't see today. Definitely, we will see the new year by God in your power. We fumble in Abo and Kenema, and all you want them will get for enjoy from the switch way the president turn on today. Then tell we say then go get uninterrupted light. Uninterrupted. In a few seconds, if you get for the go. But anyway, una enjoy them. Like me, I glad for una. Say, una go can enjoy light now. But you know, say, the airport, not to EDSA they give them light. You know, say, the airport, na generator, then they run. You know, say the airport, then get systems, then they, then get equipment, then they will not for ever shut off. If for they run 24/7, imagine that, and imagine you, yeah, they run like that for fuel. I tried that in 2016. Not to person tell me waiting for do next. 2016, 6 months at the run generator. Where I check the fuel alone, what be they spend for run generator 2016. I don't repeat them again. Eh? But wait to. For say the government of Sierra Leone no know. For say they don't know. Well, now that we they can lay at table. Let me give quick census updates and COVID-19 updates. For the census, I don't get 1 or 2 people that we can catch me with some issues them with them fenot. They say the Gizi people them. Gizi. This census where they go on now. Then tribe no day na the list of tribes them na Salone. The last time, what you have fenot, Akale anaya. This now waiting can na me table again. The Gizi people then say, then tribe no day. Where the enumerators then they go to them, where they say then are Gizi, where they looking at the list of tribes them, they are not on the list. Unless some can adopt another tribe. Some way they refuse, no they get any tribe. Statistics Sierra Leone. Do ya? Gizi no dey? Are they not part of Sierra Leone? Are they not part of the tribe? Waiting they go on. The Gizi people and complain don't reach now with table. We go like for make una clarify. Gizi say, then list, then your name, then tribe name, not in at the list. Other person they can't catch me say, you don't know why? You know say Gizi. Then he able adopt Uswan, you talker. So then try for doing that way so that then go adopt another tribe. So please, we want for know. If na eliminate them. If they're not a part of Sierra Leone anymore. Or then they take and say them for take Mende or Shabu. The Gizzy people. So the complaint richer, we don't tell Luna. For censorship, nadandi no mokana we table. Nothing new. Let me go to COVID-19. COVID-19 on the knack chest na Sierra Leone pa the numbers them. According to wetin Nakovac de giwi. Yesterday na 48 new cases. Today na 37 new cases. And so the game done dey play. And today, we don't get 2 new deaths of COVID-19. And for this 37, one new district don't candy. When I put Putloko don't get 3. Freetown, na them win the battle. 28. Inbound passengers 6. Na so Nakovac say. We be aware. But again, we'll just give the numbers then. Unless we want for unless Tripoli want for play hypocrites. Look the events the way they happen in Salone. Waiting at the protocols the way they put in place. But we'll go still give the numbers. Because we do them in black and white. Then inside the business and the geda and the jolly and the gladdy they take place. Or you look the number now. Now come to program proper for today. Sierra Leone Airport. The general manager when a Jack Massakoy. He be the give updates about the activities inside 2021. And you know say we now, as long as there is connection, we don't build the bridge already between the diaspora and Sierra Leone. So anything we get connection between the diaspora and Salone, a paramount to we. So as we hear this, we say waiting, fambule, but the allow can talk. Again, Bo, Kenema, we glad for una. Una enjoy the light. Now na time. Free tongue. We na ship we abu pa. Ship we den up and the hot time first. So una can pay we. So this Christmas, catch we na bo. Catch we day. You know today the light day. Beg ya, ude obade. We don't the grumble say airports. We waiting at the diaspora for go salon. We ticket expensive, boy. Expensive. All 10 they go promise we. Even this administration we cancel. It don't promise we pass almost 10. In they don't tell us say they don't reduce and say by 32%. We where they go salon this year. But there you see any cheap tickets. You be able to find any cheap tickets? Then go and blame and pa COVID-19. Because the other salon to in the Guinea. Not to end the day. Because Guinea on ticket cheap. But you know why? We airports. Now generator na they rely on. 24/7. They say they get system then they. If you light mistake left arm. If light mistake left arm, pass then call experts then they import then can inside salon for can fix the system then they. So because of that, the Dakadeke lights them where EDSA can give, then they no mix param. But dear, this CGLS or CLSG lights we come so. We are not able to draw for airports. Let me begin plead for them first bar. But again, about that salon. Who said entire Canada did it? You know how much man we go they get kukujumu pada fuel money de? Some man go they thief the fuel? Some man na the money na ain't go they but we sabi bo. But nevertheless, na generator we airport rely on with a little bit of backup of solar. But no mean grid no goodie. Ladies and gentlemen, I go continue for fly. Mr. President, we dey fly now and you dey pass so. I dey pass. I don't know if you know, sir. For said we airport and generator they rely on. There's no way where you go put them. Nobody know the run businessman generator. Fuel is expensive. Fuel expensive. So if the generator, now we have for we airport. Yeah. No wonder where some of the AC then they not gonna put like proper make when you enter you feel. My dear, pass you go team up near the ACO. But without that, what the crowd can don't get that. You don't feel nothing. Nothing they feel. What thing do? They're not going to put 10, 15. We go overcome the humidity way more time and they don't get that. They're not going to put a waiting because a generator and they run. And then they run. So that 1 or 2 of them put them, if say it's okay. It's okay when more time and they not inside it. But okay, but what long go salon? But we enter so. Okay. We all sabi. We know. Previous government, this administration, they want to make money in the airport, but they don't want to take care of the airport. Well, for the new airport soon, me I don't know waiting for say again. Because now done 2021 done so. This new airport for don't begin from 2021 January. I interview the Minister of Tourism in April 2021. He says soon. Inside, was it October? Then count, I don't know if cubicles and them count. Wall Stream, Paradam. Say the thing for make the new airports don't come. How far? How far with that one day? How far? So the one green one will get. To say talk me, it not correct. It not correct today, it not correct tomorrow. Then we ab up again. Pan generator. No wonder. Where flights not it, then they all thoughts on side them. All the flights they can then put all the side them on. But certain things they do they turn off. Why would they neglect the first point of contact where somebody can find you na yours. As you dey open the domot, the first thing where they captivate him, we airport. Lungi, forget me facelift. You know how to. You know what? I must enforce if they don't give this one great Lungi facelift because now kuku jumuku business. Right now, some man not want self make EDSA or le cow me now they plead say but do ya that light so don't go back kenema. Una able do and can small let can end up na Lungi. Let the airport get where they can down the flight or where the flights they lower down. Where the flights they lower down. Eh? I say they see they pick one lights then. One lights then now they pick. Say yes, you don't come na Africa. You not supposed for be so. Who tell you say na so Africa for town? Hi. Okay. Maybe something at the bridge you they wait for because sometimes the bridging go light from pape to pape, end to end. So the flights and the car will get for tell it now go turn first na that bridge. I go turn there first. Let them see we get bridge. Cause the road, I talking about the other day. The road for going at the $40 boat. Look at Lindon corner yonder. But today, at the airport, when a generator is the run, and you know cheap, now make a ticket there. They don't want to tell we. Until they ask no more say, why we ticket so expensive? Because they never put them fuel money there. Who they go to run a business and not put in fuel money? And I feel no more the abupa. Hey, the supplier go to enjoy. The supplier for himself, he don't want self le correct lights go under. Let them just take in fuel. So full. Every month they get money. Sometimes they can trust. Sometimes they can trust to herself. Eh? Sierra Leone. Who still we go ready? Tgu. Who still we go ready? I know say some people like maybe they may expect say today go can boy can the president and go switch the light on. Kudos to them. Now then turn, let them enjoy. Myself, I wish them be Waterloo self them be switch on so. Like get proper light today. But again, Sarafina be say our own time will come. Who's them? I don't know. But sometimes one day person go remember we by the bad light to get yonder. But not so because me get bad lights, other person don't get good lights today. I for wish other thing for him. But we airport, I think say for be priority to every administration. If the previous administration neglect them, then somebody else for pick them up. Eh? Somebody else for pick them up. But if this administration back come, if neglect to airport, who they come on at the diaspora now, they pay then 2001, then 2002, 2007, then 2004, 2005. Now they pay for goodie. Who go grumble say, but then always they see where they go. Maybe, they take we serious. On a left there. Then they allow the car. Who they come back now, the car put salon sweet salad. Yes, salon sweet. Also, so when I left the lady ala. How they know about that? We see them kind of forget about that. Hey, come again salon sweet. Bra, Usami don't pay me 2,000. Now la go enjoy, huh? La go back at the go. And a vacation at the go. Well, sort of, kind of. For take vacation at salon. Aye. Some of like me Tripoli, I'm not on vacation me they go. Hey, God help me. But yeah. That lights. Oh, na care go boy in Kenema. Are they big? When I bring small na airport. Chuku Emeka tell us, he say from all they wait for we own temp. Now white here. Now we don't pull so. Government sans sabi them priorities. In fact, they don't care, says Yusuf Dumbuya. Salon need forget standard airports in the city now. That's true. Now done the year they done so. But there are almost days left. Hey, I know. They say that they go count 4 ferry towards the end of the year. Now the end of the year now don't depend so now. In London. The ferry you not see. When them be say 4 9 change I say no, okay, we count 2 force. The 2 force self we not see. Well, we count 1 force no. We go they run by the flights. On an agreement we don't make with them $40 people there. Because we all know say now so ferry be the run. Ferry be the run by the flight. Yes, then get the locals, then go run with it, but then they left 1 ferry for flights. Then they left her. Remember, like me, I remember where they up. You they eat and they talk say, all man don't come on the airport. Say no, well, wait for 10 minutes. Then say the last batch just left. That's how they used to communicate. The ferry they communicate with the airport. Then they wait for passenger. Last batch just left. Then they wait till all man come. The ferry they blow on pom, they blow 2 pom. Where she get that pom. Ah well, you know so you don't miss, I don't go. We be sabi all one they will be they cross frequently. But now you not even there. Wait you go to Air France? You need a meet up for you. Forget it. For you don't go. Where ferry it over under. It over under. If you had to, you go take or you go round. Or you go take hotel. Or you go take the $40 loan. So some of we, no wonder issue there. Me I just want to reach Namio Abule. I go take the $40 loan. But if you see I get option, I go take her. If ferry be the one, I go take her. No. So sometimes when I get agreement with them people and they say, hey, we flight come, una no dey dey, una go no more. Una go no more, una go where they can, una want it. They can take the $40 yo. So there is a lot of things we need fixing just entering Sierra Leone. And today, airport, now you dey lean at table. You light business first. So the one day in a parliament, we suppose forget the oversight over the airport. Anyway, now the state can pay for the way they fly. You know, it's rather unfortunate. Okay, now mortal man. For say when he who feels it knows it. Why me could they discuss now stuff there like this? Now because now we they feel them. We know they feel and we know. But the other one, the way the powers that be, they don't feel her. They don't feel her more. Why they for feel her? They are connected to the power grid. Now cut some of them the cut. You know see where they say now way Auditor General can enable explain fine. Enable explain fine no. Mom favor self they agree with me. Say him be the work na the ferry Pompoli and Kailondo. He say na so it be the happen. I remember. I used for go ferry ride. So I remember I be the work. Ishmael Silla, $10,000 a week for electricity for an airport. You think that's a lot, regardless who supplies the airport? Okay. So not a lot of money for fuel. All right. Thank you. Anyway, let me come with Jack Massakoy, the general manager for the airport. Let me hear you. What's waiting they don't do for 2021? Mr. Massakoy, sir, what you want for tell we? Through radio democracy, let me listen.
For backup the power supply at the Futa International Airport.
He say they acquire new generator for backup the power supply at the airport. That's one. Waiting again.
We for maintenance the 6x6 fire engine.
Okay, the maintenance the 6x6 fire engine. And you know to that one, then say they spend $1 million per. Because if I ain't go ask you now, I go spend $1 million. Don't begin maintenance. I go say na oil and change. Well, if you change oil and una do servicing, anyway, na maintenance. Low they go.
And replace the transmission system where we get defect. We'll be able for upgrade.
Okay, then replace the transmission system. Now the fire engine will be get defects. Be a bug. All right. That's good. We do maintenance now. Okay.
The fire department for meet SLCA and ICAO standards.
So the fire department na the airport, they upgrade them, then train them, they make for let them meet up ICAO when at the world body for airport business, then standard. That is good.
We'll also be able to rehabilitate and equip the airport clinic for me.
So the airport clinic for me to wait again, the world body of aviation, then standard. They say they don't equip them. Alright. Go see. Now go test Finto. Eh? Now go test Finto if you want to see how the clinic turn like. Eh? Okay.
It's ICAO standards also. We're also able to procure PPEs.
Okay, then buy PPEs.
And breathing apparatus and related gadgets them for the fire and rescue department.
So they spend a lot na the fire and rescue department. Because they say they want for meet the ICAO standard. The World Aviation Body, they all in standard. So they spend a lot. Because just in case something go wrong, the flight come, or they make emergency landing in a salon, we for able to save that flight today. Okay, so we, according to them, we get the best for the firefighting department. But inside the city, we'll not get. Look what's in the trailer cause. All right, but we'll get them just in case. In case we get for need them one day. All right.
We procure airfield ground lighting systems and also spares for the runway lighting facilities. Okay,
so now then buy the lighting system at the airfield. Then they buy spare back. That's good. That's good. I don't know if una name self been there by this audit report because this by we the call so now. And if I go check if una name be there.
For the Futa International Airport, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Transport, and the Sierra Leone Civil Aviation, key stakeholders, we put measures also in place for mitigate the spread of the coronavirus in the country.
Not a bit talk. Until now, they hear Mr. Basako. I ain't talk. Say them put measures in place. But do ya? You will just go. You will just go. We just go. Whose measure that you see in the airport? That how then call him, oh Papa God. Triple na the old age. They get this tea where them be go car with where they say when you walk through them, it go they disinfect you. Me not work for me. I don't know if it don't ever work for you. It did it, but you know they work. But anyway, Mr. Masako, continue. Don't mind me.
We also review and update all the airport manuals.
So then review and update the airport manual. Kudos. 2021 was good for the Sierra Leone airports in Lungi.
For meet the international standard, whilst we get ourselves prepared for the certification exercise.
Okay. So then do all this for meet up. We then get for can say, "Lo can check unaba." Eh? All right.
For certify them, we'll be able to conclude this past November 27. We do a full-scale simulation exercise.
That's good. November 27 is Sabidi day all, Mr. Masako. Remember, for say then do simulation exercise, just in case it happen, the response time and all these things, eh?
We check the ability for fights against incidents or accidents in relation to aircraft. So, and that was also successful, and a lot of other stakeholders then go witness the exercise, which was timely, and this is now a way for check in case there is an accident at the airport. We response time for attend aggressively or put the situation under control.
We don't name the achievements then, but I know say challenges then. So what are the challenges they won't have been getting?
We major challenge born out of the coronavirus.
Aye. Now we count at the challenges. It don't tell you all the good things that we didn't do for 2021. It said the major challenge one part them are COVID-19. That is true. What you say we did? This thing we cancel. This albalau. This number we they call COVID-19. Anyway, now we listen, Mr. Masakoi.
We not only the Freetown International Airport, but the aviation industry worldwide is seriously affected. That they affect with revenue position extremely, because if you can recall, early part of this year, the flight number then dropped drastically.
Okay. That is true. The flight numbers then drop. True, because where the team become, everybody now be the try for know how we go able for live with them. So because we be they learn how for live with COVID-19, so the flight number then be drop. Okay, how much should be anyway then be drop?
Because of the coronavirus, the last but not the least, even Britain be put you on the red list.
Okay. This is interesting. This is so interesting. Britain be put Salon on the red list. But now we don't talk about that day. But if you know to possibly they can have frequently, sometimes you miss them. But now we talk about them. But there are other member how Britain pull we come out on the red list. You remember? You don't know how, eh? What's the Mr. Masako tell you?
But as a government, we work together so hard, and they begin for removing at the red list.
Mr. Masako say the government of Sierra Leone work so hard for make Britain pull we come on at the red list. Mr. Masako, the working, is it the same one when NACOVAC be the pulling for Britain? They glad it for the US, where he say, oh, look, the US, then we put in at level 4, they don't pull with, they don't count in at level 2. This and about the UK, them it's back, and say, nothing, they pull on that. We all grumble like. Oh, something behind the scene, them be the work, they number alone, no. Anyway, so Mr. Masako say, now the government, so, I make Britain pull we come out. All right, thank you to the government.
But that one day affects the air transport industry and the country.
He says so the red list where Salon Bide affects the airport. That is true. The revenue where they come, it affects them. Okay.
Extremely.
You say the COVID and the red list way them been do to Sierra Leone greatly affects the passenger when they come and the revenue where the airports there is. So more we look at like how the passenger and the rates been dropped with the COVID and the red listing. So how it dropped to waiting.
With revenue, what budget for this year? Out of the 100%, we're only able to achieve 48%.
Okay. So the money where them be don't put CIPA, say inside 2021 then go collect. Example, for say then go collect 1,000. Now then be don't say then they collect 100%. It say now only 48% they able get. We mean say then be put here say then go collect 1,000, but they only able for collect 480. So 520 na be a loss. 480 only 48%. Now Mr. Masako they tell we. Then we don't put CI per 100 na 48 come. All right, sir. Waiting again.
Total revenue. So 52% of revenue will not be able to generate them. So that creates a lot of problems for run the Freetown International Airport.
Yeah. So how it affects the running of international airport, the Freetown International Airport with the revenue where drastically reduced by 52%.
Of course, the airports they generate its own revenue.
So the airports they generate new revenue. Eh? Listen, what's in the airports they make? How na they spend answer?
And out of that new revenue, now they use for pay staff.
Okay. Into the area, why make you ticket there? Land that today. Out of waiting airport gather, now then they use for pay staff. Waiting again, sir?
For run the airport.
For run the airports. What's in that mean?
Operational cost.
Okay, operational cost.
All of these things will buy out of the.
Then thing the way them buy. Now out of the revenue, where then they make. So government in another or then save the profits. If they get profit, they go put it inside the one pot. Continue.
It's limited resources.
It's a limited resources. All right.
Because we therefore meet some of these standards. If we therefore continue for stay afloat as an international airport.
If Salon Airport na Lungi for put that word say international, we mean say flights then go they come out from other country them can land now we airport. We get standards them for meet. He say for allow meter. Now make them spend anything they will be talked for before. Pay attention. They can shock you.
Drop in revenue. Also, we take into consideration the power. The Freetown International Airport, they get power from EDSA.
Now the word that. Not to me talker. The Freetown International Airport by Mr. Masako is say EDSA not they give the light. If the airport with all waiting and get it draw from that ship, not the ship then go just draw okay. The ship go just finish up. They gonna lunge tickly. Eh? He say the airport no they get light from EDSA. Tell we small back bar.
At all.
So how it don't tell like if the airport no they get electricity from EDSA, so now a huge cost. So how then they don't they affect you now?
Of course that they affect revenue so much that
so because now generator and they run, it affect the revenue. Remember, what they collect, now then they able to use for themselves. Hey. You they supply airport fuel. Then trust to you they not pay. Can't tell me, yeah. If they don't ever trust to you they not pay, they can't tell me, yeah. I need talk. Can't tell me no more.
But we dey even fall short in a lot of other areas.
Okay. Then they fall short from beaucoup other areas them. Because wetin know, the money wey they expect, not when they can get. Remember how much we dey pay. Oh, they go with flight tickets there. Yeah? We airport safe. It is seen.
They buy 15,000 liters when I want Bowser.
Then they buy one Bowser. One Bowser and then they buy of fuel. 15,000.
For about 150 million.
For about 150 million. For how much days they use that this?
They only last week for 5 days.
150 million. Now only 5 days it will last them for. Definitely, if it be say now from EDSA now wherever I want to feel then they buy. Lie, you know they reach that amount today. First of all, you know say na salon, you know say they thief the fuel first. So if we want say 15,000 liter, one Bowser for 5 days, how much you think say then they thief fuel that first? And go tell you say no, they ain't thief am. Nobody need take am. Okay, not to thief, but then they take. It's Sierra Leone. For 5 days, 150 million. Then they get on directly or na NP or how na they do? Okay. But wait to, yeah? Because then they mix them. Not to say na Mr. Masako explain here.
And this is not sustainable, and because the airport therefore they on the 24-hour power.
It's not sustainable. That is true. It's not sustainable today. It's not sustainable tomorrow. Because waiting do the airport 24/7 is for light. Oh, now you make that term. Then say for go take that generator na Makeni for Kautana airport. Okay. Let they go. It's not sustainable. We agree with you, sir.
Supply the equipment them. They not go off. You not for put them off. And
so the equipment they not for go off. If you go off, what's in the happen, sir?
So they got for they on, and so therefore we got for generate power for 24 hours. Even when they on this 24-hour power, they get a backup solar system. Also.
You don't see? Even when they on, they get backup solar system. But na certain, na certain equipment them. Okay? Let's see ya. I work na a facility and the electric bill na $22,000 a month because of the type of equipment them we dey use the. I'm not glad with the kind of attitude towards the non-construction of the 1 mile road where they lead to the $40. Okay. Alright, now they go first. I think what I send this. Yeah, now they go. Continue for tell me, Mr. Masakoi.
So because if they go off, we not get the capacity in house for reset those systems.
If the machine, the system there, if they go off, the capacity, the person wait for reset there. You know they salon. They are who engineers them. Where we engineers them? Where are they? Because we learn now from Mr. Masako say, then system they are na airport. If their mistake go off, what thing go happen, sir?
Except we bring experts from abroad. So
Except then go abroad and bring experts them for can reset them. Pass then go abroad, bring experts for reset. If then go off. So now I made them spend $15,000 every 5 days. $15,000 every 5 days. Because now fuel and they buy. About the environment and all that, they well, look at the don't come under. And he says, I don't tell you, say, not sustainable. We need proper power system, not to generator. But again, that supplier, in a way one time. The one the way they leak around, then self na so they want time. They don't want to change stuff. If then they listen and then they all stuff lie. Pull you out today. But we want that $15,000 day. Make them put our other side. Maybe then they go able to make them reduce with ticket small. Because if 5 days, now 15,000. 10 days now almost. What's the 30,000? 15 days. 45,000. Hi. 20 days. 60,000. 25 days. 75. All right. Low they go. Yeah? How you think say with tickets on go there for go salon? How you think so? Okay. Tell me, Mr. Masako.
So the power situation, they eat with revenue so much.
The power situation, they eat the revenue so much. And it's true. To go by the figures we tell we, it is so true. Because if generator then they cost that, trust me, if EDSA be the supply the light, it no go cost that much for 5 days. Not at all. For 5 days? No. Maybe then they go to pay for 1 month. It is true. It eats the revenue for keep the airport lit. See how much then they spend. Okay?
Roughly, we are spending about 1 billion on power generation.
Roughly. Mr. Masako say then they spend about 1 billion leons on power generation. So until I be they tell you about the $15,000, 150 million, you know be they understand. Roughly 1 billion leons just for keep the airport light and the system then not for go off. Then they spend. The authorities concerned. But if this one, no be don't reach to na concern. We dey lay now on a table. Who that able make things happen for the better at the airport. Hold all lights and on. And keep the price down. Then we can begin talk about how them for add more AC. Also how they pick up we bag them. But for now, with what we hear, I'm gonna add AC and though. 1 billion just for generate power. Okay. What's in, sir?
For the Future International Airport per month.
Per month, 1 billion for keep the airport running. Power run it. But dear, ladies and gentlemen, I dey continue for fly. Mr. President, for fly, and I dey pass so. And you don't use and pass beaucoup of we. You don't use answer. And they're not in charge you a suite of office. But if you're able to change this for them, it go necessary, sir. Maybe you not be no. But today now you don't understand. Say the airports and generator they run on. Even for the environment, it's not correct, sir. Like how them be talk about your carbon footprint. So now I want to remind you, sir. Say even the airport in carbon footprint. When I saw them they run pan generator. We people in a Lungi. Dear, we no say do you sir. Thank you for your. We expect now for act on them. Thank you, sir. Mr. Masakoy.
Including some minor spares put together and engine oil and others for run.
You don't see? He say minor spares. Than the 1 billion, now they try for clarify you. The spares, engine oil, all the other things and they then sum up to the 1 billion. Because I want to be tell first for the 150 million every 5 days. Engine oil they do just for the fuel. Okay. All right.
The power station, we own internal power station at the Future International Airport. So that is a huge challenge for me.
That is a huge challenge for them. We want to tell Radio Democracy thank you. Because now through them, me and you able for listen to this. Waiting you make up of waiting Mr. Masako you don't tell we. What do you make up? For what you don't tell we now. Maybe sometimes yourself not be no. For saying so then they spend up to 1 billion leons per month. With all the other kukujumuku better them where they around for keep the airports lit. Now this we don't land today. You think say it can be fixed? Or you think say, well, it is what it is. If a generator they able use, let them just use them, you know? Some of we just want to fly there and go. Whatever they do na them business. I must have ourselves what they do inside it. But now they can't welcome them the way you want. You don't think say if they get the proper supply of electricity, maybe they go do more. Maybe they go fix more AC. Or we think so we are just too good. You know what? It is what it is. Now business. Because now you don't tell we say some areas then they way they suffer. It's just some areas then they suffer. Okay. Freetown International Airport. The one we get now. Because the one we forget inside this. Well, maybe 2022. Because 2021. I done so. Done super we. Mr. Masako don't tell we. The general manager na airport. Nobody enough want for work in that way you they spend all waiting they come. you're not able for show. Eh? You don't tell we say 48%. Now they able get that 52. Not they. Eh? Alright. We don't say we get somebody now, we him power. Anytime they talk about power, even if we not talk about power, it direct power can inside it. Now bring and come on board. Tony Ture Jones. Welcome on board, sir. Get the platform.
Yeah, Abraham, thanks so much for having me. Kusha and Kabo. Abraham, the reason why I make most times at the Armor Power, because we always probably listen, they live outside Sierra Leone. You understand? 90% really listen. And we all know the importance of lights. When you get lights, you see, even them parties, so where there is power outrage, you see how they run. They say, you see the seriousness within they put into them, because so many things then they were inched or will depend on power. There is no way them parties on the world would they no way before with light without for 1 hour. You understand? So imagine, because so many things that I'll take for example, the common man doing business in Sierra Leone, we not get lights. We get in bar, they go buy drinks, you can put on a fridge, you buy ice, you understand? All those costs associated, is cello, cello. The next day, you can go buy ice back for the same drink where you buy the previous day within a fridge. So when you look at the overheads where you spend, the expenditure where you spend for preserve your food stuff, where you spend for cold your drinks, where you spend on this, at the end of the day, a chunk of the revenue where they can say be absorbed by their expenditure they do. So your profits margin way they make is very small. So even you work man the way they work with you for make you able for increase them pay, it could be difficult. For make you able for expand the business, it could be difficult. For make you able to do other things, therefore probably say grow the business, it could be difficult because there's a lot of challenges that were involved. So when you take them things and they you understand into a bigger picture. You understand? Where we they look most times you can when they talk about power. I mean, when they talk about communication as alone, very expensive. It's very expensive. When you look how much this mobile company they spend on one site, somebody go say, why don't they use solar? They use solar. But you can't 100% depend on the solar. So what is what they do? Then they use 50% of this, 50% of that. Let we look, for example, now we airports. You understand? We very key, very strategic. They play a very important role in nation. You understand? If we get more people the way they go salon, you understand? The first place when they pass, the gates when they pass, now we airports. And basically the airport very attractive, very nice. So the government they try for uplift and whatever. They send they send a bold statement. People say, it's nice. I don't want to go Banju. But the first two are carry people they within the talk, they say, Banju, the airport fine, the airport fine. You understand? So now the first thing when you see, it's like trauma, top of mind awareness. When you see, now the waiting code. If government be able knock test and invest, just like how they take power, they take this school education as the flagship. If they would have used that same energy, that same passion, and put it in power, so many businesses could not spring up. Even you when you go salon with that small money, whether in a pocket or boku money. If understand someone they spend more per power, they put certain money in our pockets for no more for like you run in generator and us. You know, assuming you say you not get generator, now government lights. You know what's revenue government go make per light? Government go make huge money per light. Some then big yeah, they go and big go not go there because the opportunities are there for make money. You mentioned about Guinea, why Guinea ticket cheap. Guinea, there is a high traffic, huge traffic in Guinea. Why? The ticket cheap. I they check when I prepare for buy tickets. I see so many flights where they go Guinea. What if you say Guinea, everybody the Baku flight they go Guinea and then ticket cheap? Because so many things then they were related to them in the if you able for make you taxes now you airport very cheap and you provide other service system and swift respond wherein you're able for take responsibility for a lot of things, not to just for say they pay taxes, but some them are like near when they come, but then flights they go get water, then some now then they get you airport then go take water, they go so many things. If we can provide all those things, you understand for the airline here, ticket price go cheap in a salon. But how they go do all some of their facilities there, or how they will give some of their opportunities there, or give away to the other flights there? They cannot because of revenue. The man say, of the money they spend, 48%. You understand? Look at their overheads. May the big government. Let we run some of these institutions that we have as like private institutions. Let we not want them because these are government institutions. Then we for just run them that kind of way. You understand? Let them invest in power. Lungi na strategic, if not to just for other areas, but that entire Lungi they forget a very good power system because the first point of contact when you go salon na Lungi airport. Beaucoup people there. And you dey drive with some people and they use ferry, some people and they this the road system na Lungi. I don't want to be an advocate for Lungi, but if you say if we dey talk about say we want for make airports na Lungi, we want for build a new we want for uplift that airport to get. But good things they know they need for fix. The street lights and the SF na Lungi need for fix. You understand? Let them not look and like I say, I mean, it's just because of you know the government not get money. We need to prioritize. This is the problem where we get in some of the institutions and we make them really do well. We're not able to prioritize things. Government need for prioritize power. Just like how they take the educational system. I mean, I people in Kenya don't get lights because when they come up, excuse me, from time we know them place and they for say, boy in Kenya always get lights. You understand? And today, excuse me, they know the president. Yeah, I mean, you are far from the kitchen. You understand? Today, the president don't put on the switch. I mean, they watch them. They very good thing. People that say if na we get small businesses, then SME, small and medium enterprises, they will enjoy. They will enjoy power. People go stay long on the streets where lights day. And when the more people stay long on the streets, the more disposables, the more money they spend, the more people they will get entertainment, the more people they will get hotel, will get other areas, they will make more money because waiting the revenue go increase. Because if we are on hotel now, especially now we get to see the way they go. Just see the way they go, which means you get for run at least you generate your must come on by 8 o'clock. At the top for hotel the way they upline or guest house them. You hotel or whatever lights must come up by 8 o'clock. 10 in the morning because some people need lights. So I know say it will be a good relief for businesses that within a bow and Kenema. This not today a very big day way the SSF go able for celebrate because Boku they spend money in fear. Just like how the airports not to just a one-off not to just a one-off situation. Every 5 days you spend 15,000. Somebody they say no, that is not too much. It's much because how many flights you can alone? We therefore look if we have that kind of a footprint where we have a lot of flights coming in, 15,000 is small money. Yes, we go say that's small money we don't go feel. But mind you, we don't get that kind of business acumen or business opportunities in Asalowe. We get a lot of business people the way they come and go, like how you go see that kind of huge traffic in Guinea, the airport. We don't get that kind of. We go reach there one day. I'm not saying I got the power. Salon go reach that level there one day. But for now, let the fundamentals, the things that we go make tomorrow. Let at least government that money they where they spend per power, whether they spend so for buy gas, then go use them for growth. Then go use them for probably take care of the staff, their welfare. Then go use them probably for say, okay, Lord, we add this money that they pay. Or Lord, we add this, Lord, we save, Lord, we increase more staff. Or Lord, we do so many things anyway, they can use that money there too. But spending that money there in gas, you understand, or diesel, then are overheads. And we all see what you do is simple balance sheet. So what you do is simple income and expenditure. Overheads now thing where you understand and for we are important for saying a fixed cost when I like a salary. These are variable costs because the more flights, the more times you run, it increase. It's not just these are just estimated figure. I give you say 15,000 every 5 days. When you check out for the months, now more money than day. So we debate whoever where they in charge, you understand, or Tifa the director or Branchil or the accountants where they now airport say they need for at least now then won't work for the lobby to the government. They've been appointed by government. Some of these are appointed government jobs. They need for place priority that they areas and they not only receive airports. If the freedom or this or salon gets 24-hour lights, Abraham, that will be good. Even this education what they talk about. People then go able for study longer hours. Because someone they study now also, say papa or mama they tell say, at the car generator 12 o'clock. And so people and not for say you don't be able for study then say the day. So say get assignment more assignment for do. You know if you finish your assignment then say the day. So people and they now we don't see picking and go study na street lights. We don't see people that go study now that people that security lights in our streets. You understand? If we get lights in a salon, not just business people go enjoy. Everybody go enjoy. Thief go reduce because we place dark night if man and they come out. But if lights and the people that security lights and if me all lights not there on neighbor lights there or everything, it go lessen a lot of inactivity bad activity where they happen on it. Pretty things then. When lights not in they cause then thief where they happen so. Then they attack people in a corner, Okada mango, all that stuff. Then they where they happen. The roads and they not pave. You know, or not now some corner the people then they pass. So we amount of people that will go get accident. So lights now one thing when me believe say the day when salon get lights. I'm very passionate about light in salon. Because in the hospital, the healthcare system what they talk about, if hospital not get lights, how you going to do you go to the hospital? If the generator cell phone they depend on all the things they increase overhead. Not a problem for labor and Kenya market, but we try for see how we able for prioritize lights na freedom or salon. Especially Lungi need for get lights. It's too much on the budget because spending that kind of money the way they get the kind of business. Now only December, Easter, they get huge traffic. They need for probably think outside the box and see or invest more in solar panel because now you get solar where they run for 24 hours without interruption. You understand? Probably they need for just see how they go for invest more until they get light system, they get probably a better energy system. But it's not a good news. It's really not a good news for them. Let us learn to run our private businesses, our government businesses like private institutions. Look like Sarah tell the crumble. Certain is a whole revenue stream. Look how many revenue way some of these institutions mobile company they generate every day. The EBITDA, if you look at some of the EBITDA adding before interest and tax amortization and all that, before that, the revenue that they get huge. If we get all the institutions and the way we get, we try for run like a private business and run alone, not run and say we put square peg in round those, we take people that won't know say even a party picking, say this is a party picking. I don't say let's a party picking and the way they even if you give them a position, you put strict measures, say I'm not saying you now we party member, but let us run this institution as a private business where the ultimate goal is for maximize profit and minimize loss. But who they make big they cry or they cry so when government need money, I let the president want for travel every day. I let want for fly every day. Nobody not go cry because the economy is doing well, the economy is thriving, business people they get job, there's good proper health system, lights day 24-hour, improvements go they watch I know car overnight. Pipe they not go full up once. But once you put all the things in place, you understand? Because even for pump water safe now lights. I wonder how much Guma go to spend na the dam for pump water because there's system na lights. Everything when you take off na salon, we want for develop that nation in na power. The high time they really need for investing now. That na me will take it back.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Say always, as long as you get for do with power. Tony always done the plead now for make we get sober power na salon. Electricity. We need better electricity na salon. Mohammed Ahmed say the government for encourage private companies then for can invest pan power na salon. He say because for them they don't feel. He say in this thermal plant way then they use so it's very expensive. He say in your best bet he thinks say then for invest pan mini hydro plants them we go able for supply light to various parts them na the country. Now come to friend, then we hear what in you take today. Welcome on board, friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, for giving me the platform, and thanks to Mr. Tony Ture Jones, and thanks to the source of the information we able to forget, and thanks a lot to Yusuf. The issue here about this electricity, specifically at the main airports, who get who na the main inlet and outlet, I believe say na relapse. In other words, na deteriorate of after development they come one way or the other. They see the system they relapse way after a period of improvement. And in most institutions, at least, now can affect that area where they don't begin make some side, they don't do this biometric, change few things, and ready for more development. They see relapse, they come. But if they come, where people are not always take risk management. Waiting are the risk management for look of waiting then things they are the cost una. If una get funds, how una be able to manage them, how una go do a rethinking. That rethinking process, the first of all, you get your vision. What they inspire you, let that place they go better. And once you get them with a kind of good pattern of ethics, you get a morale, say I get the ethics for la go behave, naya, asabi, the code, asabi, everything we go put together for Lego. Then the decision now we the things we they can make, what it go do. You know go begin make this decision, let it go become fragmented as they go along. They become a kind of inclusive. Include every sector where you know say na in deep and a particular institution. Now the aviation industry will get it relates with some areas then Boku, in tourism, in development, all sectors the way they think of import, export, trade, all those kind of things. If they come inside the area, then they will at the inlet. So you get for noticing when are they bringing them decision there on board, I get for rethink. Because one, I get fund, I get revenue, I get for balance that in there. If I get a fund, say now a fund will come from World Bank through the International Development Association, when I be $50 million grant to loan, what they say now for let them go able for improve access for electricity. So you think now as a leader, how I go able for push this steer accelerator and put power panel at the engine that electricity go come. I go begin to think, well, who's I go able for divert force this money here? Who's I go quick? Why I go able for turn, let the development go come, money go come. But you put that money then I say now, I think say there is a sector where it's very sensitive. There are challenges within the face. The man, Mr. Masakoi, he highlights in areas and say, he talk about cultural issues, he talk about local issues, will they affect them, he talk about regional issues, he talk about global issues. But the one way they try to point out, we see that it affects more than the global issue of the pandemic and the situation. That one day we accept them. But the things that are things that will be done day before the time they say before the pandemic, the way if you don't put in place. Because if the place where electricity generates, you don't get for say it affect again because you don't put the right thing in place. Because you get for get what's in the generator, I go transmitter, you go able for maintain the voltage, you get for step up and step down the voltage in certain areas, then you get the right transmission, the right grid. But if you look say that one day expensive as we brought the time to bring about the alternative, that area, some of the areas then get dams, then get small waterfalls. They get down from across that area now, take come now, then go end the day. Some of them they're not able to discover them, but some of them they did it. When they go say, well, let me find the way we will transmit. Or this Rukia River, what we will get out of them. You don't go say we'll get an hydro, but you know that when you're looking for alternative, when you look for alternative again, you look for that cost, where you get the cash where you get, what you go able for transform them, let you go the money go develop. So that's it now. You replicate that income the way you get it to other things enough for backup for say that put now agriculture or other side them. Because you see say this side, so they ain't go able to get this amount. You estimate say you project say however you beat it and you forget the outcome of this. But when you get expenditure, you pass the income, and then you find out say that thinking where you think the strategy of planning, you don't lose them. But when you get the strategy of planning, the next thing that you begin for build up. When you build up, now then you learn the process there now where you go get for bring inside anything where you come, you put it inside and you get interdisciplinary them. sectors that we bring inside. You know, we just say now you one green, you get for involve many sectors there. You know, you get the sector of that tourism, you get the sector of the man who in charge of land and when they organize this, because maybe you have to go begin do hydro, or maybe you want to go begin to destroy. Then all day at a positive response. So you get inclusive method so that you go able to get that money where they can put a leverage. You get a leverage where you go say the right way I take them right, because when you begin to do things on your own, what you find out is you get percentage of the distribution of what you do. It fall gradually. You say 50% now I would put now or 100%. By the time the project will finish, you find out say what's in the project it will affect for let it will develop. So until that 30%, because you don't make the percentage, then they lost them the energy alongside. Somebody go come, he drag this side here, he wait first for let it go put a cable here and when we don't cut. Somebody go come out with your idea, say, okay, when I go take that generator and they can just continue for pump. So you find out say that area back a drop. The percentage when I go say, okay, if we go put all that money there and there, what would they use this for? It drop back. That money it is siphon now through corruption. Because the money been there, the fund been there, the idea you begin but when you know involve the people and they all come on board, when they go use then your motor man sense, when they come down to act to say, they come million sense what they use, they use them with honesty, and then they persist. But if I use the knowledge with no honesty and reality for say, I go attack this problem here, so that the system thinkers, these are system thinkers. The one that would think that the system, that they get for come on board, then put all the idea there, the ecosystem, the transformation will take place. Possible responsibility, what they do, they get support. The decision what they make, it not go become fragmented on the way, so that the delivery not go. Then they find out, say, the leverage where you put now for say, I aim for little money, they go reach under, it go able for go. But it all comes down to different concepts that people they can take when they approach. Like the one na Kenema, be very happy about it. It's all about maintenance now. We will go visit them, we're able for maintain that in there so that they go able for go. Because there are development where they take place, the Kenema, then get that cocoa factory where they don't open now and so on at chocolate. So in the finance, the development they come small. But areas that work is sensitive, so that they go able for bring more of their development than they not through the air. Now if somebody who can't work, he can't see. See an example like we Bellamy been go there. Once he go work at that footballer. He go see, say there is a need for them go put a kind of football academy. Now because he travel, he go there. So you see, he opened the door to one project. So these are the areas here for see how that team work they go. But when you put up on global issues and he change in your speech for let you go able for match waiting in need, whether he asks for funds, he begin to talk about the area where they talk about the COVID, how they combat them, and the culture what they take for work with them. But you find out, see, that was not the primary reason where they didn't get for bring this problem of they put you in a red list. Now because of it will not be the game more vaccinated people will not be able to do that track and trace the genomics for no, will not be get the test. But when they begin to come up, they begin to say, well, whatever don't come, they remove now. So they divert the development. They put in fragment the ideas. So you careful approach the idea with facts, because they involve disciplinary. He didn't go talk to Nakovac. He asked them about this. We don't know. He get the statistic, the reason. We don't know. All now based on your intellectual. So you don't get forget intellectual where you get your own sense. When they say, they persist me your intellectual, then the honesty now will get for kind. Will be straightful because your intellectual, you not get honesty. You try for back up another area. But your other facts that we put, they are sensible, which is a local problem. They will not get better green. You get regional issues where sometimes the people are looking for working things there, but the global issue I put up a page. But these are all areas where governments go always look how we go able forget. Because when you talk about government, you think about family. When you talk about a family, you dey think of when you dey approach any development in the form of a family. Because when you talk in family, a family na the first institution in any areas. We own family na the society. We own family na the people that we serve. We own family and the local authority, and then the institution them. Then they make them of that family, and then it go replicate now the government in own work. Then the economy they go well. People then go dey learn, education go dey from that one day. Then without one follow religion now, we will get your side we go follow, it go. Then wire the framework of any development of a nation. So when you begin to pull that in the eye, you bring up things where you go say, I know they cover up, but I dey find scores. But when you find scores and for points, you always try for put things where they stand there. All you get for they do, just like polishing, expand, polishing. But when you always go to a relapse state wherein you don't develop, it deteriorates. It develop, it deteriorates. Now that one day we don't want salon for P. We move forward so that we will able to get them money and that 50 million grants. No, we say don't go or something. Now they add up for done that one na broken enough. We don't know because that's the World Bank give them. Then what is the revenue of the airport? It can come, but you're not being transparent all the time. What in that cover they collect from the airport, when I go able to say, would they put the multidisciplinary, then go understand the need, then be able to put forward. Where profits come, outside they go. It is coming back, the family, because it's the first institution of development. And the family is we all, like that, not the thing. So that economy day, people then go learn, they get development, they get other team. But when you put teamwork, nobody not get responsibility. The responsibility is in the form of a jigsaw. You get a responsibility of somebody with the pressure up to see, careful do this. You get the responsibility of the people where they in the land. We get for look after that solar. We get for look after that hydro. We get for look after the cable. Then you work the get the other pressure now where the fund. The only one that you go take fund the look una do am. And then the pressure in the turn around for the one we did it now, where they manage this thing, where in the traffic can voice out, what's in the undergo, then you find out say now in then they see. But the reflection and the government then can always say they don't do nothing. Because you as a teamwork, una would elect, una would say replace the place there because we sabi you, we give you work as a government, somebody wants to help you. You should get for return, but you know for go there with the mind say, because I get somebody where be not give me this thing, I get for work to maybe this way where I want to try impress them. You they forget now, say you look at the system as a family distribution of whatever you they do, whether agriculture want for make rest for give people more, or whether they make water for let the water go circulate for go, or man go get time in the right way, or whether the health sector would do one, you know they look you just they try for say, they try for score with based on the speech with them we don't give. But if we not get this area of accelerating leadership, development, now the market, then that strategy what they think for act, now you get for day. Act with strategy, think with strategy, and influence with strategy based on all this. Another one do one less alone go before. Thank you very much. Let God help we. So then go able to follow. Because there are many things where then we get for able to get source of electricity. Apart from even this one way the friend they try for I like say there is a high because then even this CO2 business and therefore avoid them. You get other method. Then get many methods that we go able to generate electricity. Then they until you look into that one day, even that water where they near we under, then you able to get hydrogen from that water. But that one day I will leave it for another day. We get a lot of water there. They get hydrogen electricity. Then can you spend money on that based on their fund there how they come. Let God bless we. Let God help you sir for they bring this, and let God help lead us to always think in a way for develop the nation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah, you're welcome, yes, sir.
Yeah. We want to say thanks to Usfriend and also to Tony for their own submission today. You already listen and think say you want rub mouth by this, You get opportunity now. Now you don't turn this. 232-78990-991. Then a WhatsApp for call. 232-78990-991 a WhatsApp. Or you can call United States or United Kingdom. But not direct to, not to WhatsApp. United States are 1-646-610-3107 or United Kingdom 44-739-803-0402. If you dey watch na Facebook, look na the screen, you go see the numbers them for call, the scroll day. If the line not too busy, in the next 5 minutes, we go end the program and we go kaya back tomorrow. Yes, caller, it is live on here. You name and also the call from, please.
Yeah, this now Mustafa, they call from France.
Yes, Mustafa, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, let God bless you and let God bless you now for this wonderful program on they do. And we all want we country get sustainable electricity. But I don't know, Kenema where then they go for lunch show. Kenema be get that Dodo Dam. I don't know where to put the Dodo Dam. Because I believe that Dodo Dam, able than in a we own na salon property. Our money need to go outside. It is left to we. But I don't know what happy with the Dodo Dam. Where then they seek energy from another source. I don't know if you go get any idea. Because we know say Kenema then already get stable electricity. They get something where they give them stable electricity. Only something the season. At the dry season, not able for generate enough power. I don't know. But I don't know if you go know anything about that day. Yeah, I ask you a question.
I know say Kenema says have been there pan blackout. So you know say it not be the function properly. It not be the function properly.
But I believe say when we dey fight for energy, even if we dey seek energy from another source or anyway, we will get now for maintain first. Because the money where they come instead of it stay, we dey carry and go out. If we pull them out again, what thing they happen? They cause more pressure. Because you know they go give the people a loans. Na dollar they go give them. And when they give them dollar, what thing they cause? They cause shortage of the dollar for the business people. And what thing they happen? The price of the dollar they go up. Then they back now another burden. If the price of the dollar go up, everything they go up. That's my own contribution for this program today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mustafa.
Yeah.
The one way Mustafa they talk so, I think there is an issue. Anyway, the one they already work there, and then go able to tell we more. Something that because we be done the area about this CLSG on, so we left we on we pay attention on that one day. But I think both gets the own, then NK exchange, then they can bow. They give Kenema light, then thinking kind of Kenema they give bow light. But all that one day now not be the work, not be effective anymore. So today they don't get a yawn from the CLSG project. But this one what they talk about now the airport. The airport. When a generator na in the above for run the airport. And it's not sustainable. It costs we a lot of money. And now we they fly go there. We know how much should they pay for tickets. So if we all just pay no attention or just pretend like we're not hearing. Okay. Mama Conte say, he say if the airport don't qualify for the HVAC technician with a proper heat load calculation, then are the amount of people they occupy a particular area at a particular time, then go don't use 20% of whatever then they use right now with the right equipment. You know, see the airports and say then get for can certify we for say we did to international standard that international flights them for they come inside Sierra Leone, and we need that, and I want to get manage. You say they ask out for call the program. Looking at the green section, maybe just they come in. You just they come in. So because now myself, I don't glad myself now left our left here now. So if you get for call, looking at the green section now, the numbers then are then they scroll this so. Let's just wait for you call before myself left here. Go say it then a sharp oh. Money, you still want for call, looking at the green section, the numbers then they scroll the WhatsApp only na salon number. If you want for call direct United States or United Kingdom, the numbers then did it. In midweek they talk about airports. The airports no get EDSA lights. A generator and the airport abopa. And that's you meet sweeper. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side the call from, please.
Hey, Triple, this is Mohammed. I just sent a text. You just read. I called from New York actually.
Okay.
Yeah, what I be the try for is when you look at the airport, all the air conditioning we then get a domestic. They're all the ACs within the use now for residential use. So not to the right and proper units them within the use. So these they make and they even burn more electric than the proper air conditioning for a public space. In a public space, really, you need something where you need fresh air for come in. You need commercial systems, and where EBC probably 2, 3 or 20 tons or 10 or 15 tons of air conditioning go good enough for the airport. But what in then they choose for do, then they use them 2 ton, 3 ton of air, probably 2 ton air conditioning. Where EBC them plenty, but they know they get enough of what in they require for the airport. So now that make even when you go to the airport, first you go close to the air condition before you feel. The AC panel, they're not able to get a proper heat load calculation for not exactly the proper requirements for the systems. So basically, then they spend too much. If they get the right equipment, they're not they go that much for spend because believe you me, the air conditioner alone, where you do run at that place, the way them plenty, so not plenty money. But they know all things, and whether they in a political position in the get jobs them in the country, how you go able to help them out? If you tell and say you qualify this, then you get forget party card from where you then give you something. So what do you get for do? And the amount of money they spend is too much, So now that's not me taking no more. Thank you very much. I appreciate you always.
Thank you very much, mate. The amount of money within the spend is too much. It is. And again, me I still insist say it in a salon. Most man they likan para one day. Most people they likan para fuel money day. I make you say with the engine oil and all the other half thing and now 1 billion leones a month. We already fly go salon. We no say also we collect to back then. That AC day. Not for all the flights come. Not for all the flights come. Because we so reach where the flights don't come. My dear pass you go to Mapniara. In a feel like CFAC did. Mohammed Ahmed say he want for agree with the caller when Mohammed say the AC them they're not available safe in salon. And the parts them then safe not available. And if you say then get limited technicians, then we go skilled enough for fix them if problem happen. Just come on and say besides how often even this one will get so safe then they clean them. How often they clean the whole get so safe right now? Okay. Yes, call ID live on air. You name and side call from please.
Triple, this time Mr. Silla.
Yes, Mr. Silla, 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, what you know when we get, you understand, a salon, we don't use centric here, you understand, because if you then people they don't set in AI, you understand, they don't buy, like how right now solar business on all over the world, so they know that they generate so much power. Why we not go set on AI, we not pull up money there, you understand, we not put 2-3 years money, we not put on spend on solar business, we not put a let go to generate at the airport. We not say, we not for spend anything again regarding to that. I mean, look at the same thing back for freedom. Instead of the front set the AI, they make EDSA, they spend per EDSA, so they go able to generate more power for the whole freedom. Then go pay back per ship. For less ship, they can supply freedom. How long will they pay here? How long ago did they pay the people in the land? Or is this the way they want just for defraud the people in the alone, just for the easy money because they know say when they say people in the belief? Like when you can't explanation what the man they talk, go for do this. We're going to the airport. I'm telling you, you need to see anything safe. Yes, they need lights for generate the airport, but when the same way for them alone eat people money, you understand? Because the kind of money they go to that airport, it's too much. It's too much. Now you don't say now EDSA not the getting lights. Then that generator in the use. Now you just talk. I see when they go to that light now. That generator now McKinney. Is it McKinney? Yes. Why do not be come out play say well this is the reason this will go to the generator on McKinney because EDSA not giving light. Now which is instead of that same day, like this year, but people for don't know this year now. Doing that thing, they go kill people in the market for generator. They not come out explain themselves, say, look, EDSA not support me. This is what we need. The generator and the power of the airport. I mean, when I put on other people understand. But when I go, the thing, now you don't finally come out say now, EDSA not support now. Now they say the support to yourself because on the half of money they want to get. But how long will they pay this? When I go, you don't want to think about the future, say part generator no more. This is the 21st century. Everything now in technology. When they go into digital world, why they still they pay this low class business? Salon, the need for changing attitude. I mean, the need for do something better for the people of Sierra Leone. I don't know, Margaret. Thank you, Triple.
Thank you very much, Mr. Silla.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. Yes, call ID live on air. You name and say the call from, please.
Hi, Triple A. Good morning from South Sudan, Minamana. I've been a regular listener. This is not the first time for call. I just want to thank you and the entire team. You guys are doing a great job. Actually based in the Wokna, South Sudan. It's so disheartening, this particular topic today where you put up for say we only airports they face difficulty for get lights. For a lot of people we don't travel, I mean even within some African countries, like you come to Nairobi, you go Ethiopia, the Tanzanians, it could be so frustrating for we even they then can't see them now in your country. Every day we hear about airport expansion. I don't know within some of the areas where they look at the expansion where they do. Because I strongly believe say one of the things we will really propel the development or even follow get more flight in other country, it could be like when we get stable electricity in the airports. A lot of the manual thing them where they happen at the airport. Not only like places like we country will see most of the other countries and we go because they get stable electricity. A lot of the thing them where they do the now electronics. But I don't really know which time we go sit down as a country, the leaders, let them really able know how for prioritize, waiting for prioritize for make we really develop. It will be really disappointing for some of who can't even go with your party there, reach that airport, una the fan una self. Some other airport then are the most simple examples. You know, go the way you know even get air come all over. It's very difficult. So, fellow, we really therefore lift up this thing. Lord, could they bring some of them when they were responsible? Lord, they really put them, on the hotspots. Let them really explain to people the end. If they don't really understand waiting and development, waiting for do, let people let it tell them practically. And they always so painful. Now, where then they go now, other people then come through, then they see them. Then they live good life when they come back, we own a quite different situation. So I really tell you thank you. This is my first contribution. I not ever contribute by any program, but I don't dey follow a program for a very long time. I can see you can bring a very good topics and you dey open the space. I not see you platform like that kind political. Because then they make most times like we dey open at the international NGOs. We not can want participate. Anything with political, we want talk from genuine development perspective. So I really happy you gave me the opportunity for my contribute, and I will continue for contribute. Like for example, somebody contribute what the CLSSG lights na boy and Kenma today. Well, we don't know. I don't know if it come on, but if they talk about the Dodo Hydro, I think that they don't overstay. Dodo Hydro came into place. We are very young in Bo. Me have Nabo come out. Way in 1984, the Chinese did that, so I sure that they don't take, especially we lack maintenance, culture. So that they be done small and not be able for provide the capacity for meet the needs of Bo and Kenema people. Then saying the Bo just the middle now Bo don't expand, Kenema don't expand, population don't almost double or triple. So you not be able to meet that the demand of the people again. I think even this not a bad idea. We all know it's in a globalization. That be part of globalization. So if we dey get lights from Ivory Coast to dey able harness lights, it just not like the one way the ship there will become more Gambia. We are paying a lot of millions. So if we able harness that day, when a hydro lighting will be more sustainable. The only thing the government for able negotiate where let the tariff go able fit, it suits the people there. But that ain't a good idea anyway. Let we appreciate them. If at all the lights come and is sustainable, it go also able contribute for proper development in other part of the country. And I hope say go only be limited to Bo and Kenny Bambo, it go come across. Because the last time where I be the Kabbalah, I think they don't do the connection up to a village with the within at this village in 24 miles to Kabalaton. So I know say once they complete the one at machine they go able provide light na the north, na the east, to that they also help, a bit. But really triple A not only go the end and Babisco go they bring some of the people that were responsible like Lungi, then they come on the hot seat, let people they ask them question, let people they also guide them waiting the phone do. Because sometimes they want to ask people government, people they take position, they not even one day work. They don't have any experience just because of political connection. So they will go sit down there, they just go they turn. They don't even know what to do. They just be like representatives. So could they bring some of them people and let would they tell them how waiting they happen in other parts of the world, let them they learn and know how they were able for push the country go before. Thank you very much. I will continue for keeping in touch.
Thank you very much, man. Welcome on board, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Man, they say for bring them on board. Then they come, but trust me, then they listen. That I go tell you. Then they listen. Then they agree. And then they afraid for Canada. But now with election then they come. We'll go see them. So now one game call we get now. Let me bring this person on board. Yes, call ID live on here. Your name and also the call from, please.
This is Mohammed. I call from Kentucky.
Yes, Mohammed. You get 3 minutes, sir.
All right. The thing about Salon is that we put people in the position of trust Then at the end of the day, the result will we get. It's how like way you ask somebody say, or you beg somebody say, but do I give me 1,000 euros, but I know it's for money. Then the person take I give. You know that kind of scenario they take and say, it's not my responsibility anymore, but I help these people. All in small commission. This not the time this way saloon for the talk about electricity again. How many years? APC was there for like 10 years. We not see nothing. We talk about electricity before Pakaba in time, and they were young. Take on to APC time. Then now it's SLPP time. Now we still talk about electricity. Now we just talk about small place when I airport. If we can give sustainable electricity or even future electricity to small place when I just an airport, then what's the future for the country? What about Makini? What about Kono? What about Freetown? What about other places? Honestly, all these past few days are the things say there is no future in Sierra Leone anymore. Like there is no way forward. There is no one we can trust. It's not about and everybody don't turn politicians. Everybody they fight for politicians. Everything, all the directions and way the leaders though, we the ordinary people and the go, all doesn't make sense. It's not about helping anyone, not just for destroy people. Just look around. Entertainment, not a good no side. You go to politics, it not a good no side. Now me posting this, now me you go to the judicial system, it not a good no side. Ben. 30 they will get in philosophy say, I for go bribe now police station for wicked other person. 30 day. So for me, there is no hope for Sierra Leone. Like honestly, there is no hope for now. Maybe if somebody go emerge somewhere where they outside these 2 or 3 political parties that we would already see journey people and then rise and team up strong. So this is what we are fighting for. It's not about the money. It's really not get resources and self will not get. The small one way they people and those all man the fight for grab. Put all left for this grab. Nothing we able to achieve. Now sir we know the go. So there is no future. If we fight for electrify small place, we now small airports with about box compared to other airports where they travel go. If we fight for electrify that kind of place up till now in 2021, 2022, then there is no hope in that country. And shame on everybody we hold a position of responsibilities. If we didn't do anybody favor, they are not doing anyone favor. It's our responsibilities. If you can't handle it, resign. Give other people a chance. We get the qualifications and we get the interest of the country for make the country better and become similar to other places that we travel. Even in Nigeria, safe a little bit. Low get competition, but not the compete in nothing. So lies, false lies. That's not my own contribution. For me, that for now, there is no hope. Directions of where we go are wrong. With decision makings, are wrong. With politicians, them they are doing us a favor. They are not taking their roles and offices as a responsibility they owe to the ordinary people. So there is no hope.
Thank you very much, caller.
Yep.
Yeah. But I don't want to make you just give up like that. I refuse to give up Pansalon. Me, Tripoli. I refuse to give up. Yeah? We must make that change. It's not easy. Forget the change. I think we don't misuse the word change in Sierra Leone. Maybe that's why. But down the road. Down the road. God help us. Before we go, I want people small. We don't. But I want people small inside the audit report for 2020. But yeah, you know say over 1 billion leons then pay to people them. We na public officials the way they get burying. Then go take na the consolidated fund. They say then they go tell us for begging. Yeah, Papa God. Hey, we. And policy not there for this so. But over 1 billion leons. Look airport today. Una generator now they waiting say for so. Who they go take per one port the consolidated fund. So they go tell us for bearing to public officials then we get bearing. If you want go tell us, you know they take per your money, they go tell us. How the state money concern? How the state money connect? Eh? Hey. Who don't see we on? Over 1 billion leons. They go take na the consolidated form. Boom. Say they go tell us for bearing. Boom. Say they go tell us for bearing. Like seriously. If you want go tell us for bearing, but they pay you no. You know go tell you know go depend by your own pockets go tell us for bearing. Even if na public official, if na una party day, well na una party together una go tell us for bearing. How we the country we now they can't tell you us for bearing. Eh? What did the auditor say? He said they are this practice let they left. And also just let them go take the money back. He gonna begging money. What also? They no go take her. But dear, hey, uno mix. Then una say one pot consolidated from all thing they go inside. But we want go tell us for begging. We they beg you. Do ya? Not take we money. Not take we money today, not take we money tomorrow. Over 1 billion leons. Hi. Do you this is a public service announcement. One pot. That money na the consolidated fund. Not for let you go tell us for begging. Then they pay you. If you think say you want go take, if you're an institution, go do one this so. Who they big? Aha. And so we go lock everything today. Leah Johnson say them for payback. Eh? Dauda Fonaback say them for refund the money, but Auditor General say, boy, bearing money. Don't say let them go give bearing money again. It just say let them stop that habit day. Eh? Because they go say just not but na bearing money. Na bearing then go tell us for. It just say let them stop. Eh? So who save the remind them say do ya? We want go tell us for begging. No go to money. No go to money. Oh. Go tell you us to. Put your hand in your own pocket. Your own pocket. Put your hand there. Go tell us. Eh? Alright. We'll go there back tomorrow. And I just say I just choke inside it. But go there back tomorrow, yeah? Till we meet again. And so triple go say, tata.